Hello and welcome back to another cast. We are on Salt again. On the red team, we have Atyla and Happydeath. On blue team, we have BboyDeyo and Incineration. Should be a good one. It is also actively happening right now, so it is not old. I'm assuming both sides are going to go for that first outpost, maybe one of them splitting off to get the start on the second outpost later, back with the Seeker turn setup. Other than that, I think both sides are generally going to start the same. Yeah. There is a Devastator in red team's deck, so that could be fun to see. Yeah. Yeah, both sides are going to be... So they're both just going to have both people focus on the first outpost to get it down as quick as possible before their first wave of creeps show up. Gremlins being used with Gatlies from the blue team to counter this. A Gremlin and a smaller tank being used on the red side. Mainly Gremlins, though, as they're dropping tanks up above to deal with that middle outpost. B-Boy is bringing Gremlins up of their own to try to contest that capture. Happydeath supplying up there as Atyla is bringing more tanks. Bucky's down, killing off neutrals in the middle. Incineration moving around. A lot of lighter tanks sitting around. As blue team's main force is just Gremlins, Placards, and Gatly. Buckies are going down from red team to try to support this. A Gremlin is dropped on the other side of the outpost. Will immediately be killed though. Oh no, they actually saved it. Happydeath is back, harassing their outposts. A lot of scout bikes are there. Mortys are being dropped back to recapture. They're dropping Gremlins and even more Mortys to recapture it. At this time, Atyla is sieging the middle outpost. Happydeath is forced off by B-Boy. Incineration is going to keep them pushing to keep that top outpost in their control. Happydeath is going to harass that outpost more. Atyla doesn't know what to do. Or probably does know what to do, just is stuck right now as the force from blue team is too big right now to be pushing through. Gremlin's cleaning up more of the neutrals as the safe box is dropped, I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one that increases the army size. I might be mixing it up though. Incineration moving their units forward to start trying to break through that force over there. A lot of creeps being used to fill numbers up there too. Tank busters and Buckies are being maneuvered to try to fire back. B-Boy is more focused on the bottom side as he has a lot of Gremlins. He's trying to kill this small force down below as Happydeath and Atyla are focused on the top side. I'm sorry if I mispronounced anyone's name during this. Yeah, it's right now just a standstill. Red team seems to be focused more on the top side, though, and more just react to whatever B-Boy's doing on the bottom side. Yeah, they both immediately maneuvered as B-Boy will pull back his forces. B-Boy is low. He almost goes down, but he can get back in time. Incineration still trying to pick at those forces. Happydeath has a lot of tank busters up here now, doing a lot of damage. They might be able to break through eventually. B-Boy with a group of creeps, just setting them up in outposts. A lot of tank busters from Happydeath up here to try to break through that line. Incinerate's also building a lot of tank busters. He has his forces shielded mainly, though. Atyla is still trying to pick at them. Trying to gain control of that middle side as gremlins go down. Incinerate will grab the box and we'll go sell it at that top outpost. B-Boy almost goes down again. B-Boy needs to start playing careful. He might lose. He might die, and it might cost them a lot if he goes down. This main force down here from Bloom team is trying to push in. B-Boy's forced off down on a half HP. He comes back with a flakger. They're trying to keep the other Airmechs off. Happy on half HP generally. Goes back and heals. Incinerate's low, quarter health. B-Boy also gets down below half. Blue team seems to be trying to strong. Incinerate goes down to Happy. Blue team is seeming to trying to strong arm their way into a winning fight, but it seems to be starting to fail. Happy below half health. Happy heals up to generally half. Incineration's on his way back. A lot of neutrals are still on the map. Don't know if it's really going to matter much at the moment. More tank busters from Atyla getting dropped in the middle. Happydeath is going for some harassment in the back with some bikes. Blue right now seems like they have the advantage. Red's trying to get control of that middle island. A Tesla dropped in the middle of all the tank busters will make that very hard to hold. A lot of gremlins and tank busters down for blue team will eradicate most of that red force that was sitting there. Happydeath trying their best, dropping tank busters and buckies up top to try to break through there. A lot of creeps are being built up there. B-Boy is still keeping the pressure down, moving most of the force from middle to the bottom to start pushing on that outpost. Blue team seems to have changed their focus from top to bottom, trying to break through the small forces that Red has set up here. B-Boy bringing more gremlins half health. He gets back though in time. Atyla and Happy are just trying to kill as many things as possible. A lot of buckies and tank busters being dropped now, with healing turrets being dropped with them. B-Boy is going to sell that box. Incinerate with mortars and tank busters. He drops to heal the forces. Red team has very easily, or not easily, but they have reacted fairly well to this. B-Boy jumps top to try to break through while they're distracted. Happydeath with a heavy drill unit. Not sure what he's going to do. He's going to drop it behind some tank busters, but he drops it right in the middle of the force. They are able to save all the tank busters. They save the drill. Blue team's building up their own group of creeps. Red team just right now trying to manage their forces as best they can. Blue has an advantage right now army-wise on the map. It's a 69 cap to 52 at the moment. Atyla almost goes down. Incinerate, low on energy. He's not going to be able to keep healing. He goes to half health, quarter health, but he gets out. A large group of creeps and infantry are pushing forwards. Tank busters and gremlins placed up top. The drill shredded most of the creeps that were there. Incinerate goes down to a seeker that he... Atyla and Happy are holding it off. B-Boy is forced to back off. They drop the drill back off. The drill will go down. B-Boy goes down to Happy. Both blue mechs were taken out in that fight. That gives Red time to finish off this force. Incinerate's trying his best to hold it now. I think he should be thinking about retreating. They're right now strong-arming a win in this fight by this point. He's out of energy. Happy is going to go sell that for some extra cash to fund this. B-Boy is going to pull back as Incinerate is scouting the top, moving some tanks forwards, trying to pick off those red units. A lot of creeps are being pushed at them though. In small numbers, creeps are not that deadly, but in large numbers, they can deal with a lot. They will go down. They save the tank busters. B-Boy goes down. He's able to drop one tank buster before dying. Happydeath has a lot of butchers. He's going to drop them a Tesla coil, and they'll probably go hunting after the rest of the tank destroyers. In the bottom side, Atyla has started to push back the blue team. Happy is is trying their best. Red team is starting to gain ground on the bottom side as blue team has started to lose ground. Creep being dropped by Happy. A Goliath has been built. I think that's the heaviest unit on the field right now. Happy's going to try to... Oh, no, he's going to pull back the Goliath, put it on some lower ground. A lot of drills from Incinerate going to try to kill this army here. BboyDeyo gets Happy below half health. The Goliath is below at half HP. It might go down. It has not really done much to make its cost worth it. The drills, they're trying to save the drills as they pull them off. Happy forcing them off. Goliath dropped mid. Just barely Incinerate's able to save it. Incinerate is below HP. Oh, he heals back his entire health bar. Atyla and Happy are trying to force them off this middle platform. BboyDeyo comes back, low in health. BboyDeyo almost goes down as he's running away. He's a single flacker right now. Happydeath with the Bucky. Right now, we're getting to the later stages. We see a Goliath on the field right now. We don't know what else they might be building right now, but right now, the Goliath is the strongest unit on the field. There's red team starting to siege. Happydeath on a quarter HP, but with the shield, will get away. BboyDeyo is moving back to the outpost. The single Bucky's messing with it at the moment. You wouldn't think, but every unit counts in a fight. A single Bucky could be a difference depending. So saving even some of those early game units will be worth it. Blue team's top outpost is starting to be sieged fairly hard. They saved the tank buster that had all the attention turned on him. A second Goliath is on the field for red team, I think. No, that's just a visual bug. No, there is a second Goliath. There's one set up there. No, there is two Goliaths on red team's side. The Goliath and a drill are pushing over that bridge. They grab the Goliath, pulling back. The Gatlies drop to destroy that generator. Atyla goes down. I don't know what I'm saying. And to BboyDeyo. Blue team gets their first kill, mech-wise. Happydeath trying to keep the pressure on while their teammates down. Red team owns the middle of the map right now. And with the Seekers there, BboyDeyo and Incinerate have to be careful with their movement because they could die fairly easily. A Devastator is down for the blue side, set up to defend from this middle push. 4 Bertha artilleries are set up on that middle base. Goliath's below half health in mid. They move it back and heal it some. A large group of creep are moving across the map right now for red team. They're trying to use it to kill the artillery. They're trying, but the healing's too strong and the bots are just shooting straight into the terrain. Devastators drop on that middle island to fight back. BboyDeyo is starting to clear out those creep before they can get back to that back outpost. Happydeath is going to continue with the assault and start harassing this back base. Incinerate's going to react. He's going to drop the Gatly down. Happydeath is going to have to pull away as his teammate comes to help. 4 Goliaths have been dropped in the middle. They're trying to take out that Devastator, but there's 2 Devastators though. Atyla and Happy low in health, forced to pull back. Outpost will be low in energy. Incinerate's out of energy right now. He's still trying to stay in this fight. He barely gets the low health Devastator to safety. Atyla puts the shield on the forces there to keep the push going. Bucky and Seekers drop below to be safe. Atyla and Happy are fighting over that energy right now in that outpost. It's going to run out. Eventually. And it could be in a very inopportune time. BboyDeyo tries to chase down Atyla to get a kill. Happydeath grabs a Goliath way in the back. Grabs a whole bunch of tanks. But a Goliath goes down, I think. I think they're starting to lose Goliaths. One No, they moved him down. All 4 are still alive from that middle area. They're pushing on that top outpost. B-Boy and Incineration are there to react, though. Happydeath is focused completely on trying to destroy it. 2 creep down. Only 1 left. The outpost goes down. B-Boy has a tank on a Goliath from Atyla. Blue team is reacting, dropping the Devastators nearby. Blue team will recapture it fairly quickly. Red team has to deal with those Devastators. A Goliath is being flown by Atyla into the back line. I think it was set to attack the main base from the map. It seems like that's where it's rolling to. B-Boy almost dies, but gets back to the outpost. The Goliath in the back line is still making his way to the base. Red team is trying to keep their Goliaths alive. They're the only things that can really tank the damage of the Devastators right now. Oh, Happy goes down, trying to get back to the outpost. It leaves only Atyla up. B-Boy is moving the Devastators. The bottom outpost is open right now. The blue team, if they get units up, they can start to take it. Blue team has not realized that the Goliath is back here pounding their base. B-Boy, they have not... No, B-Boy has noticed. B-Boy has went to start dealing with it, but that just leaves Incinerate as the only one dealing with 2 Airmechs at the moment. Happydeath stands in front of it to stop base from dropping. Yeah. That will drop the blue's base down to 3/4 health generally. A lot of Bertha artilleries with Devastators in front of the tank. A Devastator for red team goes down, but is getting shredded fairly quickly. Happy is on half health. Incinerate's low. Oh, B-Boy went down. I did not see that. Did they save the Devastator? Red team's Devastator went down. They do not have their own Devastator anymore. Their Goliaths are starting to be pounded by... Blue team has 4 Devastators on the field. Red team's trying their best. They're trying to react to what they can. Their force has been very much nullified. That big push they did has killed most of their units as Incinerate's going to go for the base. The base will go down. Red team is on the back foot as the large group of 5 Devastators are pushing on that outpost. Red team does not have much to deal with that. They don't have anything really. They have 3 Goliaths to hold. 4 Goliaths, 1's out of position. Power Generator and Tesla goes down to distract their Goliaths. Seeker goes down. B-Boy. Oh, B-Boy is barely alive. Low HP. Seekers will take out B-Boy, leaving Incinerate as the only one to manage all their Devastators. Incinerate almost dies trying to save... He's trying to save the Devastator, but it might cost him his life. It will cost him his life. He's trying to save the Devastator. Costs him his life. The Devastator will end up going down then. Oh no, B-Boy is able to barely save it. On this side, all their Devastators and artillery are still sitting. Butchers are dropped. They killed the Berthas. They're trying their best. Both teams are just trying to manage what forces they have. They have fairly low number counts. They just cost a lot. They do not want to be losing these units. B-Boy will drop some Butchers for harassment in the back. Incinerate's healing. The Devastators are pushing in on the red side. This might have been a bad call because the Devastators can't get up. Red team has their own Devastator up to counter. They're having struggles getting up that hill right now. All 4 of them are not going, or 5 of them are not going to be able to get up there. All at once at least. Red team recaptures the outpost. Blue team is trying to shift the Devastators around. Trying their best. They're microing their Devastators best again. B-Boy is going to try to take out the outpost again. He drops the Gatling down. He's forced to run. B-Boy low on HP. He has to try to hide to not die. Happydeath is hunting him right now, though. B-Boy, I think, will go down over there. Incinerate's coming to help his teammate. As Incinerate with the save move, will get B-Boy out of there. Just barely. Incinerate now is low on health, low on energy. B-Boy's coming to help him out, but B-Boy lows. They're both low. Incinerate's trying to help his teammate. Just barely. Both Airmechs will live for now. But no, B-Boy goes down to Happy. Happy kept the pressure on. Red team now seems like they're starting to gain ground. Blue team can't use their resources. Incinerate's going to be out of energy. He's not going to be able to heal those Devastators. Red team's Devastator's low on health, though. Atyla is full on energy, though. Blue side has a lot more... has a fair more resources than red team, but they're starting to get picked off randomly. A lot of bikes from blue team. Seems like they're trying to set up a push over there. Blue team's trying to find a way to break through. Generator goes down. Happy picks it off. Atyla is still trying to manage to kill their units. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 Devastators pushing on this outpost now. Bikes and creeps are being dropped on side to support. This is the big push blue team needed. Red team tries to save their own Devastator. Red team is going for a little bit of an all-in here. Yeah, red team's going for an all-in here. They're gonna get the bait. Happy's low in health. Happy will go down. Atyla pulled back. They got the base down to generally half health. Their only Devastator will go down on that move. The Goliath and Bucky's tried to push the top factory. The Devastators are making a one-way trek to the base, I think. Yeah, they're making their way to the base. Unless they hook a right and go down that path. No, they're going for the base. Happy is going to take the outpost out. Atyla goes down to B-Boy. Happy, I think, is going for an all-in here with what gremlins he can pull together. Because if those Devastators get to their base, it's over. Happy's going to try. It's a little bit of a base race here. That the Devastators have finally reached the Red's base. Happy, I think, will go down. Yeah, Happy will go down. There's 2 gremlins left, but that's not enough to kill that base. Red team's base is getting ripped apart by the army of Devastators. They're trying their best to hold. Atyla just can't do much from the raw power of the 8 Devastators that rolled into their base. Oh my. Oh my god. Well, that was a lot of back and forth. I very much enjoyed that match. It's just by a point, red team couldn't get any kills on the Devastators. Blue team kept managing them super well and just kept them alive. Red had built 2 in total, I think, and they both died to not into good positions. Red team did a lot of damage and got a lot of kills, but it just did not help. The Devastator number just built up and they could not deal with it. I'll see you guys next time.